Hi everybody, so today I want to talk to you about the Dermalogica face line. I have my own customized line that I've been using for about the last 9 to 10 months. I had it customized for me by a local esthetician who sells Dermalogica. She did this thing, I think it's called speed mapping, which you can find on their website. She did that for me, and I recommend that you do that because it can get a little bit overwhelming trying to find the right Dermalogica products because they do have so many different lines. They have a clean start, which is for acne. They have an age line for older skin. They have an ultra calming line for people who have rosacea and whatnot and lots of redness in their skin. They have all kinds of products. They even have hand lotions and whatnot. So I recommend that if you want to start the Dermalogica line, that you go and get your speed mapping done by a professional who can kind of customize the different products and give you your own line, which is what I have. Just to let you guys know that Dermalogica is a very expensive product line, so be aware of that, and just so you know, when you see your bill after you buy your stuff, don't be shocked. It is very expensive. I think when I first started out, I think I paid over $300 for all the stuff that I bought. It does last quite a while. I do generally go through stuff it takes about 3 or 4 months, at least 4 months, so you do get quite a bit of use out of the products for how much you're going to pay. So just be aware of that when you are buying Dermalogica, it is quite pricey. So I'm going to start off with, this is what I start my evening off, is this Precleanse. It's a nice cleansing cleanser. It gets rid of all your makeup, it gets rid of all my eyeshadow and mascara and everything. It gets it off really good. It is an oil. The thing I don't like about it is that the bottle kind of sucks. It's got this little, I don't know if you can see that, it's got a little cap on the end to help the oil come out. You only need about 3 or 4 drops, but when you're trying to put it in your hand, it does kind of splash everywhere, and I'm wiping the bottle down constantly and it leaves oily rings all over my counters. I do not like that about it. That's the only comment that I would have to say about this stuff that I don't like. It is a small bottle. I've had this for about 9 months now, and it's only 59 mLs, but I still have a lot because you only use 3 or 4 drops. Can't tell you how much I paid for this because I don't have the sticker anymore. It has a nice lemon scent, but now my fingers are oily. Other than that, I really like that Precleanse. It works really good. Next up, we go ahead and use my cleanser. I don't know if you can see that, I'm using the special cleansing gel right now. This is a ½ liter. I paid $65 plus tax for this product. This has lasted me about 6 months now, and I still have about 1/4 of the bottle left. They did give me this little cloth, I guess, as a bonus for spending so much money. I'm not really sure, I guess, if it was worth it. I do use it, it works pretty good. But this stuff is nice. It has a nice smell to it. The bottle is nice and big. That's, like I said, $65, but it has lasted me about 9 months. So that's a nice bang for your buck right there. Again, at nighttime, I only use this at night. I guess you can use it in the morning. It depends. I like to use it at night. This is the Daily Microfoliant. It is a rice base. This has about 75 grams. It's a very fine powder. I'll pour some in my hand, see if I can show you some. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a nice fine powder. What you would do is you only need about 1 teaspoon of this stuff. At first I was using quite a bit because I thought 1 teaspoon wasn't enough, but really all you need is 1 teaspoon, otherwise you're wasting product. What I do now is, because I like to have it, you can make it as creamy or as grainy as you want. It depends on how much water you add. So what I do is I basically pour about 1 teaspoon in my hand. I will wet my fingertips just a little bit, rub it until I get the consistency that I want. And then I'll put it on my face and I'll scrub for about 30 seconds to about 1 minute. And then what I'm going to do afterwards is I wet my hands again, and then I make it, turns into a foam if you add quite a bit of water. So I'll make it into a foam, and then I'll add it to my face and I'll scrub that foam for another about 30 seconds, then I'll rinse. The rice, apparently they claim, is supposed to make your skin a lot softer. It does make your skin fairly soft and does exfoliate pretty good. And like I said, it is safe to use every day. I really enjoy this stuff. It works really nice. After I do that, depending on the day, I have a mask. I got the skin refining mask. I think it's new. I got this about 2 or 3 months ago. I think it was about 2 months ago. It's supposed to help you get rid of any congestion, they call it, in your pores, and helps with the oil. This has 75 mLs. Again, this was an expensive product as well. You only need, I have about half a bottle left. I've used quite a bit because initially I was putting on gobs of it. You don't need a lot. You can just put on a very thin layer and it spreads really nice. You let it dry for about 10-15 minutes, then you can rinse it off. It does work pretty good. I find that it does help with the oiliness of my skin, because I do have combination skin. For the most part, it's pretty oily, but at the same time I have eczema on certain parts of my skin, like my eyes and around my mouth. So I do find that I have quite a bit of a challenge with that. So it does help with the oiliness, but it doesn't dry out or cause any irritation to my eczema, which is really nice. I also got this overnight clearing gel. It's a super tiny bottle. It's only 50 ml. It is expensive again. I've had this for about 4 or 5 months now. It helps with any little blemishes. What I would do is when I put this on, it would be right after I cleansed. I don't do I do cleanse it, and then I would do the toner, and then after the toner dries I would put this on. It does help reduce the size and the inflammation of the blemish. It does take a few days though for it to actually heal up completely. It does sort of help. It's supposed to help keep any new ones from coming, but I still find every once in a while we'll still get a blemish or so. I forgot to show you the toner. This is a multi-active toner, so I would use this after, in the daytime. For days I would clean my skin with the gel, the cleansing gel, and then I would spritz this on. I do about 4 to 5 pumps on my skin. This is 250 ml. This I did buy recently. I bought this 2 months ago, and I still have the sticker. It was $42 plus tax. It smells nice. It goes on really nice. Like I said, 4 or 5 pumps, and I've had this for 2 months, and I still have I've only used like about a quarter, not even, maybe an eighth of the bottle. So this will last me for several months, which is nice. I also have, for lotions wise, I have the skin smoothing cream. This is also quite expensive. I find that the most expensive of their products are the moisturizers. This has 100 ml in it. I only use this at nighttime because it's a medium weight moisturizer. It helps improve your texture and has all kinds of vitamins and whatnot in it. So I use this at night. But I very seldom use this during the day because it makes my skin so oily. It is a nice product. It does smell nice. And then for my moisturizer that I use during the day, right now I'm using the Sheer Tint Moisture with SPF 15 in the medium tint. At first I thought it was going to be quite dark because I am fair skinned, but my esthetician assured me it wouldn't. So I'll show you. I don't know if you can see that. So it is has a quite dark tint to it, but it is, when you spread it on, it does not look at all like you're wearing anything. It just gives just a small bit of hint of tint. So considering that it is a medium and it does look really dark, it doesn't make your skin super dark at all. It does have like these little sparkles. It does make your skin shimmery. I do like it. It goes on pretty nice, only when you apply it when your toner is still wet on your skin. That is probably the biggest thing I'm going to say with Dermalogica. The only way you can actually use or get a use these, not end up using the whole tube in like a month, is by applying your moisturizers when the toner is still wet. That is probably the best advice I can give you, because at first with this stuff, because it dries pretty fast, I was using like gobs of this stuff at first because I would wait too long and I'd wait until my toner was dry. It does not go on nearly as nice as it does when my face is still a bit wet with the toner. And all I need is right now all I need to use is about a dime size amount, and I can put it all over my face and neck when it's wet. So that is probably the best advice I can give you. Dermalogica is a pretty good line. Like I said, I've been using it for almost a year. I'm pretty pleased with it. I mean, there is no miracle cure for acne, I find, because I've used Proactive. Proactive sort of worked. It made my skin really dry. I've used all kinds of lines, and I'd have to say the Dermalogica one, the customized one line that I'm using right now, has been doing the best for me. I don't think I'll be switching like face washes or anything like that. I think I'll be sticking with Dermalogica for a little while longer unless something better comes out on the market. But like I said, I've used all kinds of different products. I do get blemishes, not a whole lot, thankfully. But perfect skin, I don't think I'm going to ever get it. So as close as I'm going to get is right now with the Dermalogica line that I'm using. So basically, it's a great product. The only downside is that it's very expensive. So good luck, and yeah, like I said, if you're going to go with Dermalogica, just try to find someone who can do a skin mapping thing for you. That would be my best advice.